What we're going to do today is we're going to install this transom block on the back of the Jon Boat without drilling any holes, and also we're going to do a follow-up on our foam that's been in water for a month. Keep watching. Okay, I'm thinking I want to install that right about here. I want to stay to this side. I got that one rivet I'm going to have to take and make a notch in the back for so I don't wobble. And it says keep it up 1/4 of an inch. And then I'm going to make sure that I get a good, between the ribs here, I'm going to mark them out so I got a nice trailing edge and everything for my transducer. Because I want to actually put more than one on here. I'm going to sand this off a little bit to get all that off there so we can make sure we get a good bond. That don't look too bad. What we're doing here is we're going to make sure we got our block between these two ribs so we don't get turbulence and air bubbles across our transducer. So that's the ideal spot where we want to be. So there's one there. It has to be square, but so here's going to be our sweet spot right here and right here, as far as not having any ribs in the way. This here, this trailing edge, it's got just a little bit of weld right here, and I don't really think that'll make a difference. Sometimes if you got too big a lip, it will, but it ain't too bad. And also it says keep the block up about 1/4 inch from the end here. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to stay this way. That'll put the edge of the block right there. So this is going to be my edge line. And then that should work out pretty good right there. Then we'll keep it up about 1/4 inch just to make sure we're up plenty. Let me put a straight edge on there and see. No, it matters. Alright, we're going to put something on there to mark that. So we can see where that rivet's at. Here's some of this black electrical tape. Liquid. Alrighty, let's see. Right there. Right there. We'll go drill that out just a little bit and be right back. Okay, we've got our board cut here. We've got it notched out so it'll be right there for that rivet. And it's right there in the right spot. It just fits up nice and tight. So we're going to go ahead and wipe this down and get ready. I was going to wipe this with alcohol, but the directions on that 5200 said that some alcohols could cause it from ever curing and would stay soft forever, so I'll use acetone. I had this brainstorm idea. I don't know if this can be a good idea or not. I've got some of this double stick tape. It's supposed to really be tough, and I was going to put a piece down the middle here, part way, to hold it on there until the 5200 cures, and then just go all around the outside with the 5200. Put a small piece here. Now, I don't know if this is going to be a good idea or not, but we're going to try it. I know that some of these blocks, they have that you can stick them on with just stick tape. I've heard both ways. Some people say that it has held up very well, and I've heard other people say that that it's kept coming off. All right. I hope that I'll either show you how this worked or how I made a gum of things. I just want to make sure no water gets up there because, you know, salt water against the aluminum and staying wet all the time is not good. Here goes nothing. Either we'll find out if this was a good idea or not. Let's peel this sticky off here, or this exposing the sticky, I guess. It's got to go this way for the rivet. Okay. Let's see. Where's my line? Right there. Okay, well, it's actually been a little over a month, and we're going to go ahead and see if this buoyancy foam absorbed any more water. So let's go ahead and get it out and see what we got. Alright, if you remember, back on 9/18 when we first did this, the square block weighed 44, and once I dipped it in the water once and took it out, it weighed 272 grams wet. I bet it weighs a lot more than that now. Now this wasn't buoyancy foam here. This just regular foam. It weighs 330 grams, and at 7 days it weighed 272. So it picked up some, but it still has buoyancy to it. I mean, it has some weight. It still floats. Now here's the one I wanted to see. Here's the buoyancy foam. And if you can see that, it looks pretty absorbed. So let's go ahead and see. 448. And it weighed 374 after 7 days. It weighed 280. It weighed, starting at the beginning, it weighed 238 grams, and after it stayed in there 7 days, it weighed 374, and now that it's stayed in there, well, it's been in there since 9/18, so it's actually been 6 weeks. Now it weighs 448. Now, as you can see, it's got some water. Now, it hasn't had the chance to let any of it evaporate because it's been pushed under the water. But it still floats, but it holds a lot of water. The buoyancy foam I took out of the boat on the Rabala boat project, which is a 1978 That foam I took out was totally saturated. It was very heavy. This foam ain't nowhere near like that. This foam here is, it's actually, it still floats and it's not as heavy as that foam was. Let's see, let's break it once and see what we got. If I can. Now that's a surprise. It's only wet a little bit on the edge, and the rest of it's fine. Maybe I misjudged. Maybe it won't absorb water and get totally saturated. Because see, it's only about 1/8 of an inch up. Same way with this piece. See, when you look at the bottom, I thought it looked worse. You look at the top, but if you look from the side there, 6 weeks underwater, and it only absorbed in about 1/8 of an inch. I think that's pretty good. Well, thanks for watching. If you like the content, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And as always, you know, if you have any comments for any suggested videos you'd like to see, put them in the comments below. Take care till next time.